Are there ways that AI changes how I can be ready for trial? For example, do I still need deposition summaries? Are there ways I can use AI as a thought partner to be better ready for the defense positions?
I think most people who grew up having a human do deposition summaries recognize now that that's typically not being done. Most court reporting agencies now will give you a deposition summary with your deposition as part of the depo process. Those summaries are prepared by AI. And you should always quality control a deposition summary to make sure that it says what you think it says. And when you're doing the pin sites for cross-examination, you want to make sure that everything is accurate in it. These days, doing deposition summaries are generally not necessary. You're going to be using AI for it. The question about being prepared, you can use AI to help prepare cross-examination. And here's what I mean by that. You can, let's say you have an expert witness, and you want to be mindful that when you're doing this, you're using a platform where you have a business association agreement or HIPAA compliance. You don't just want to be dumping private, confidential, or protected information into AI. Presuming you're working with, and my favorite is Claude. Presuming you're working with an enterprise version of Claude with a business association agreement, and you can put things in without the risk of Claude learning on it, then one of my favorite things to do is to build a project around a case. And I might take all of the witnesses in that case, as well as, say there's a trial brief or a motion for summary judgment and the complaint, and in essence, give Claude the basis from which to understand the case, and then start having it help me build a good cross-examination. Now, is that an end-all and be-all? Is it an excuse for doing a half-assed job? Dumping it in and saying, give me a cross, and then just taking what is given to me and doing it? Absolutely not. Have I found Claude to provide me with suggestions that I hadn't thought of myself thematically or question-wise? I have. That's one of the things that's interesting about using AI as a thinking partner. The additional piece in terms of preparation, oftentimes we seem to see the same experts time after time after time. And one expert in particular, a radiologist, I have 60 prior depositions for that expert. Am I going to be able to parse all 60 to see where the expert has had different thoughts? No. But you know who can? Claude. If I dump all 60 prior depositions in, I can start finding spots where the person has testified differently under different circumstances, or see patterns where they're using the same sentence time after time when they're looking at back injuries. And so AI is not a replacement for thinking, and it can take large amounts of information and simplify it and help one kind of hone in on key issues. So again, on the thinking partner side of things, I've found when I dump cases into AI, I can then go back and forth with Claude as a thinking partner. Hey, I'm the defense lawyer in this case. I'm coming up with the best argument possible. I have some things that now that I'm getting ready for trial, I'm recognizing I haven't articulated to the plaintiff or plaintiff's counsel. What are my strongest arguments that I have not already put forward? And you might start seeing things where you recognize there are some issues or some holes, and you can start figuring out how best to deal with them. Hopefully this has been helpful for folks, and particularly if you're getting ready for trial. If there are questions that you have on this or other areas, we'd be happy to address them. Hit us at podcast@coopers.law with any questions, comments, feedback you might have for the show. If you found this helpful, we would love your 5-star review, and we'd love for you to share this with anyone who you think might find it beneficial, particularly folks who are getting ready for trial. So to all of you doing justice out there, happy hunting.